it's Jessii Vee. What's up? How's it going? So the shirt that I'm wearing doesn't make any sense for this video because it says offline, but clearly I'm online. I just thought it was like cute and stuff. Also, I've been seeing so many comments the last like week or so of people saying like,
Jessii, why do you have gray hair growing in?
And I get these types of comments every time my roots start coming in. And guys, it's not gray. It is not gray hair. I have naturally like dirty blonde hair. It's like a mousy blonde, if that makes any sense. So it looks gray when there's light on it, but it's actually not. It's not gray hair. But isn't gray hair like a thing now anyways? Like, aren't girls dyeing their hair gray on purpose? So even if it was gray, why would it even matter? But yeah, no, my blonde just likes to poke through every once in a while to say hi, and I will get this taken care of very soon. But anyways, I always feel like at the beginning of my videos I have to like explain myself. I don't know why. I just do. Anyways though, before I get into this very bizarre video, and honestly guys, it is so bizarre. I didn't expect to make this video, but whenever there's a strange occurrence in my life, you guys know, I sit down in this very spot here and talk to you guys. But, oh, what? Excuse me, get out of the way. Honestly, I don't even know what my hair is doing today. Like, what is this? Let's just get into it because I can just keep talking forever. So, before I get into the actual story, I wanted to let you guys know that the notification narwhal plushies are back in stock. This is the third time I have had to restock this because they literally go in like 2 days, and that's amazing, but it's also a lot of pressure on me because I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't have enough. But they are back in stock, and we don't have like a ton because every single time we order, we can't get like 1,000. So we get like a decent amount, but they do go really fast. So if you would like one, the link is down below in the description. This is probably the last restock we're going to be doing before Christmas. So if you want it for Christmas or something else like that, definitely head to the link down below. Also, if you are not a notification narwhal and you want to become one, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel and hit that bell down below to be notified for all of my videos. And by the way, that bell has 2 different options, so make sure you're selecting the right one. There's one that notifies you occasionally, like, you know, once a month or something, and there's another option that notifies you for every single video, so that's the one you definitely want to be pressing. So definitely check to make sure you have the right option on, and yeah, let's all just become notification narwhals. Anyways though, let's get into the video. So you guys know that I have a ton of really weird and bizarre dreams. I have done so many dream times on this channel, and I honestly want to get back into them because almost, actually, probably every night I have a dream, and in the morning I wake up and I tell Tye, and he's always like, Jess, you have to make a video about that. But honestly guys, I don't know if you're super into dream times. Like, if you want me to start making more dream times on this channel, I definitely will. Let me know down below. I sort of started to stop because I wasn't sure if that was a thing you guys were into or not, but let me tell you, the dreams don't stop. I get them every single night. And it's weird because I personally thought that everybody in the world just had dreams every night and they remembered them and they were always weird because that's just my life. But whenever I talk to like friends or family, they're like, oh, I have a dream like once a week. Like, is that actually a thing? Like, please comment down below. Do you guys have nightly dreams, or do you have them like every once in a while? Like, it's so bizarre because whenever I talk to Tye tells me he rarely has dreams. Like, he'll maybe have 2 dreams a month. And I just didn't know like that was a thing. Like, there's some people who just don't dream? What? But I also know there's like science behind it, and science is saying like,
no, we all dream every single night, but sometimes we don't remember them.
which is probably more accurate, but trust me, I remember them. But the fact that Tye rarely has dreams is what makes this whole situation even more bizarre to me, because as you can tell by the title, last night we both had the exact same dream. Okay, not like the exact to the T, but basically the same premise, the same things happening. It was really weird. And before I tell you what that dream was, I just want to say that the last, like, I don't know, 2 weeks or so, my dreams have been getting more and more scary. Like, they've been nightmares for the past 2 weeks. Even though I've had dreams every night my whole life, they've usually varied between nightmares and dreams, and I usually have better dreams than I do bad dreams, but these past 2 weeks it's only been bad dreams. And it's weird because my sister, and I've told you guys this, she just moved into my basement about 2 weeks ago when these dreams started. started. And I started telling her that I was having bad dreams, and she was like, that's so weird because since I moved here, I've been having bad dreams as well. So we've both been having nightmares in the past 2 weeks, like at the same time. Like, I don't know if it's like a sister thing or what's going on there. And I told Tye, and he's like, oh, usually when big changes are made in someone's lives, like you just have nightmares, even though like in real life you don't think it's a bad thing. Your brain is just like all scrambled. Because trust me, I love her living here. I'm so glad she's here. I feel less alone, and it's just great having her here. So like that's not a factor. Like I'm not having nightmares because of her. I just want to make that clear, you know what I mean? Also, just to make things clear, she's not just living in my empty basement where it's creepy, dark, and scary. We actually had the whole basement renovated, so it actually looks just like an apartment. It's beautiful. I don't know if she's done a house tour on her channel yet, but you should definitely stay tuned for that. I might even do like a little vlog on my channel here, just showing what it looks like down there, because technically my house was renovated as well, so it's like her space, but it's also mine, and it's just really... it's really cool. I'm really excited. Anyways though, I keep getting sidetracked here. Okay, so last night I had a really bad dream. So when I woke up this morning, I turned to Tye like I usually do, and I was like, oh my gosh, I had the worst dream ever. I have to tell you about it. And this time he looked at me and he was like,
I had a really bad dream as well.
which, as I said before, is really weird because he doesn't dream. He just doesn't dream. So because he rarely has dreams, I was like, oh, well, let's hear yours first. Because, like, I don't know. He always hears me talk about my dreams. And for once, I thought that maybe he should share his first. You know what I mean? Trying to be courteous. Why can I never get my words right? So he started with saying,
Well, I was in the middle of a field at an abandoned, really freaky barn.
and I was like, no, you weren't. Because literally the beginning of my dream took place in the middle of an empty, creepy field in a large, old, broken down barn. So when I told him me too, he was like, are you just messing with me? And I was like, no, seriously, that's how my dream started too, but please continue. Like, I wanted to hear more about his dream. And it was so funny because I kept interrupting him every time he told me like a sentence about his dream because it just correlated with mine so much. So he was like,
Well, there was this really creepy old man that wandered into the barn.
and I was like, stop! Oh my gosh, there was this creepy old woman in mine who wandered into the barn. So like he had an old man, I had an old woman, but it was the same premise, like slightly different details, but same premise. So then I stopped him and I was like, okay, can I tell you my next part? Because I want you to believe me that we're having the same dream here. And he was like, okay, go ahead. So then I was like, she reached into her pocket and she pulled out this huge like needle. And she told me that I needed to take my medicine, and she started walking over to me with this huge needle, wanting to like poke me in the arm to give me this really creepy green liquid. And guys, you're not gonna believe me right now. I know for a fact that you're sitting there on your couch or your bed or your desk or wherever you are, and you're thinking,
No, Jessii. No, like, Tye didn't have the same dream as you.
listen, I would not be sitting down here just as shocked as you are if this didn't happen. But Tye looked at me in complete shock because now he started to believe me, and he was like,
Okay, so the old man had a needle as well that he wanted to chase me with.
now the slight details are different. Like, it wasn't a huge giant needle like the old lady had in my dream. His was like a smaller needle, but it, like the same thing. And his wasn't like bright green liquid. He wasn't sure what color his was, but like, come on. Two really creepy old people in a barn chasing us with needles? Like, when does that even happen? That's such a random dream for us to both have. And so I told him like the rest of my dream was me trying to get away from this old lady. I was running through the field. I found a cornfield that I was running through. Like, I was just trying to get away from her. And he was like,
It was the same thing in my dream, except I found like a dirt road and I was running down a dirt road, and I found a little village that I was running through. Like,
his stuff was slightly different in detail, but what? Can someone tell me, if any dream experts are watching this right now, or if you guys are really good researchers, what does that mean? Like, do people have the same dreams often? Because I've never heard of that happening before. And I do know that when I was a kid, I always thought like, oh, I wonder if people were sleeping beside each other, and if their heads were touching while they were sleeping, if they would have the same dream. Like, when I was a kid, I wondered if that was actually like a factor. And I don't know if Tye and I had our heads touching, I don't know. But it was just so bizarre, and we we didn't know what to say to each other for the next like hour because we were so confused and so freaked out. So I don't know what that means. Is that like a bad What does it mean? I don't know, it weirds me out, and definitely let me know down below if you've had any similar experiences to that, because that might make me feel a little bit better about this situation, but yeah, I don't know, weird. Okay, so just before I end the video, I have to tell you about a really weird dream I had with Tye in it like 3 days ago. It was just so weird. Everything's always weird. I keep saying weird. Weird is like the most common word I say on this channel. So I had this dream that I walked into my house. I actually tweeted about this, so for those of you who follow me on Twitter, you've already heard this, but I had a dream that I walked into my house and I saw Tye sitting on the couch eating a bag of rocks. So he was sitting there, his legs were crossed, he had this big like Santa sack bag with different colored rocks in it, and he was like chewing on it, and for some reason in the dream it was actually working, like he was able to bite down and eat it, which in real life you'd like break your teeth. But I walked over and I was like, oh my gosh, like what are you doing? And he's like,
well, I found all of these rocks outside. They come in different colors. See, there's one that's green, there's one that has crystals in it.
And he's showing me all these different types of rocks that he's found, but then he starts eating them, and I was like, Tye, you can't digest that. But he didn't care, and then I ended up taking him to therapy because he had to stop eating these rocks and his family was worried about him. What? I don't know. I just keep having weird dreams, so let me know down below if you want me to keep making dream times, because they can just be endless, really. Anyways though, guys, don't forget that if you want to win this background behind me, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, Vee Vlogs. I will link that down below in the description. Basically, all the people subscribed will get scrambled up and a random winner will be chosen. And yeah, that channel is going to be active again starting January 1st. And basically, I'm going to be totally rebranding it, and you guys are going to be in complete shock with what it becomes, so look forward to it. Oh, actually, before I go, I should read out the new members of my channel. Hold on, I've got to grab my laptop so I can see. Alright guys, so we have Julia Ann, Greek Mythology Nerd Yay, Autumn_13, Isabella Aragon, InfoPoint Virtual Solutions, Molly Lunn, Kate Arnold, It's Me Lauren G, Kayla Ramonov, Vlada Whale, I guess I'm Emily, Emily Gutierrez, oh my gosh, Molar Attic 99615 Forever Bruh, Morgan Elizabeth Barry, Katie Barlow, Pepper Reynolds, Hale Leffingwell, and Cal. So thank you so much guys for becoming members of my channel. It honestly means so much to me, and I love you to the world and back. To the world and back? To the moon and back. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you guys are so amazing, and I just hope all of you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!